Sharkie Gaming here. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the original Ideazon Zboard. Now this is the first Zboard keyboard released, and that was by Ideazon, so it hadn't been taken over by SteelSeries yet. So I'll be showing you this in two parts videos, just because I got so many keysets. So it'll be this keyboard right here, and basically all the red box keysets right here. So I'll be showing this one in part 1, and these in part 2. So let's get started. So this is the original keyboard, the internet and gaming keyboard. Now, you could also get this as a singular set, so it didn't come with the Crossfire, it just came with the one key set and the base keyboard. But this is the gaming one, so it also comes with the gaming key set. So basically that's the box. Has a bit of information about there. So if we just swap this over now, it's got a bit of information about the Crossfire key set right there. How it's just got a whole new layout and everything like that. I'm not going to read it because I was going to run out of time. Got a bit of how to swap key sets over there, and a bit of other, it says Professional Series and Gaming Series, which I'll be basically showing you the professional keyboards, key sets this time. And then of course it also comes with the Microsoft Windows and Internet Explorer key set right here, and some bit of information about that as well. And the Zboard itself has some multimedia keys and remappable keys, and pretty much all the keys can be remapped on these ones through the Zboard software. So I'm just going to go ahead and open the box up. Alright, so in the box you have two CDs, and that's got the Zboard software on. The extra CD is mainly for the actual gaming key set, and a bit of information about the other key sets, which I'll be showing all of them because I have all the ones that were released anyway. Okay, so here it is, the Zboard Crossfire. As you can see, it's a whole new type layout. I'll show that a bit more closer in a second. Just get the keyboard out here. Okay, so first I'm just going to pull this off. So this is the base part of your keyboard. There are your multimedia buttons and some shortcut keys and everything like that. You also have a bit here like a wrist rest, which you can also pull off. And this is a PS2 connection, so it's not USB like the future Zboards. This is a placeholder template, where if you don't have a key set in here, because all these are still keys, you can actually put this over the base keys here and use it as a standard keyboard, although it is very uncomfortable because these things are just like the little rubber goodies underneath the keys. But that's there if you need to use it. Alright, so the first key set would be this one, which is the Microsoft Windows and Internet Explorer key set. It's got pretty much standard keys with shortcuts on it, favorite as well, and all these ones. And you put it in the Zboard with the base. Start at one end, you clip it in, and you just unfold it and clip it on the end. And that's changed now to the Microsoft Windows and Internet Explorer. And the software will pick up the change as you do it. So we'll move along to the Crossfire key set. So again, you just clip it in, center, and clip it into the end. And that's changed to the Crossfire. Now this is the one that you'll use for most of your gaming, your general purpose gaming, the ones that don't have special key sets made. It is a bit different, the buttons are a bit round for typing, and some of these buttons, but it's designed that it's all the ones that you need for gaming are easily accessible. Alright, and now this one came in the twin pack. Like I said, you could also buy just the keyboard part and the other Internet Explorer one, which is where you can buy the Crossfire separately. So it came in this red box. Same sort of information on the back that the other box had, just about the general purpose and showed off the keys. But I bought it separately, so you can actually get it separately if you got one of the other ones that only had one of the key sets, not two of them. Alright, so moving along. Pull this one out. So the first of the Professional Series key sets that I'll be showing is Adobe Photoshop. So here it is, the Adobe Photoshop. If we just turn it over, shows a bit of information about it. It's pretty much got all configurable keys for Adobe Photoshop, for Photoshop versions 5, 5.5, 6 optimized for Photoshop 7. So you can see it's optimized for all the old versions of Photoshop. So we'll just pull this out of the box. And we'll clip it back into place. Now, as you can see, it is optimized pretty much for all the shortcuts in there. It's got your layer shortcuts, pretty much all different types of shortcuts. Cut, paste, snap, cut, your pen tool, a bit of everything basically. So this is ideal for Photoshop. I mean, smoothing it, blurring it, anything you can think of really. It's got pretty much 3 shortcuts per key that you can just swap between. So it's ideal for Photoshop's users. Unfortunately, it is for the older versions of Photoshop. Moving along to the next key set. The next one we have is actually Macromedia Dreamweaver MX. So this was before it became Adobe. So on the back, it's got a bit of information about it, showing a bit of the keys. And it pretty much says optimized for Dreamweaver 4 and optimized for Dreamweaver MX. So again, older versions of Dreamweaver, long before Adobe actually took it over. And again, it's got shortcuts all for Dreamweaver. So anything, you know, from your panels, your history, titles, you know, styles, all this type of thing. Getting file search, debug, all different types of shortcuts for basically Dreamweaver, designed for helping Dreamweaver make it a bit easier to find all everything. Okay, and the next one is Macromedia Flash MX. So here it is. Again, it's got all optimized shortcuts for it. It says works with Flash 5, optimized for Flash MX. Just open this up. This one's getting a bit difficult to get out of the box. And again, this has got all Flash shortcuts, from actions to your timeline to mixer, everything like that. So you've got snap grid lines, grouping, layers, all this type of thing, transform. Again, shortcuts, a couple per key. Okay, next one is Microsoft Office. And again, shows a bit of the shortcuts on the back there. It says works with Office versions 97, 2000, optimized for Office XP. And again, this would have shortcuts basically for all the Office ones. So, you know, you've got everything from easily printing to aligning to rulers to copy, cut, paste, all those things, closing, bold, all your columns and paragraphs and everything like that. Basically anything for Microsoft Office. The next one I have here is Discreet 3ds Max. And as you can see, it's an older 3ds Max because it's from Discreet. It's not Autodesk yet. And of course, there's all the other ones, and it says here optimized for 3ds Max 5. So it's an old version of Max. And this particularly has good shortcuts for all your shapes, your lathe, blend, stretch, bevel, all these extra ones from actually doing it, to frame, to displaying the shapes, warps, all this type of stuff in it. It's also got some edit mesh shortcuts, edit spleen, everything like that. Everything you pretty much need for editing or modeling or animation. Actually does have a couple of animation with cameras and lights and everything like that on here. So it's excellent. I actually used this when I actually used 3ds Max 5, and it was very handy for that. But since then, yeah, 3ds Max 5 has been a bit outdated, and that was many years ago. Okay, so the next one is Microsoft Word. So this one again has shortcuts directly aimed at Microsoft Word, and I'll quickly show the back of the box, sorry. So again, has everything for that. clip this into place. Oops. And that's what happens when you don't clip it in right. It just doesn't go right and it doesn't clip in. So there again, we got all these kind of shortcuts, headers, footers, inserting, cut, copy, italic, all these type of things in there. Align, track, space, style, fonts, just everything you would kind of need for Word. And this one again, which I'll quickly say, it's optimized again for 97, 2000 XP. So all the old versions of Word. Okay, and on to the last one for this video is Microsoft Excel. Again, it's back. It says it's optimized for 97, 2000, and XP versions of Excel. So same as the Office and Word keysets. So again, this has all kind of shortcuts for Excel, from print again to fonts, to filling down, copy, paste, bold, and it's got some Excel exclusive shortcuts over here, inserting pictures, insert symbols, formulas, everything like that, header, footer, word art, view commands, assistants, all this type of thing. So it's got a heap of stuff here. So it's pretty cool. Alright, so that was the first part of this video. I will have a lot more gaming keysets next time. Remember, these were all the professional series of keysets, so more software based. It's a pretty good keyboard for all the software based. It's also good for gaming, for swapping back and forth. And in the next video, I'll go into more gaming keysets, so you can look forward to that. So keep an eye out for part 2 of this. That's about all I can say for the software side. So again, I mean, all these professional series software was good when they were actually out. So I mean, all these software are old now. You got, like Macromedia, you got Discreet, 3ds Max, which are all outdated, all old software. Same with the Office and Word suites. It's all the old type versions of everything, because this is, remember, the legacy keyboard. It's the very first keyboard they released. So keep an eye for part 2. That was part 1 you've just watched now. I'm Sharkie Gamer. Please subscribe. I'll have part 2 up very shortly, and I will go through all the gaming keysets for this series. Thanks for watching, guys. Till the next part.